needed to have been destroyed, they would have been dancing in the streets if the Israelis hadn't been told to stay at home near their gas masks and anti-gas shelter rooms, just in case Saddam Hussein still might launch a surprise attack. Civil defense asked all non-essential workers to stay off the streets until it's absolutely sure there is no further threat. Thus, this morning, there was hardly any traffic other than public transportation and police and emergency vehicles. A national emergency still has not been declared. It's more of a national caution alert. The U.S. Embassy also told Americans to stay at home just in case. The estimate here is that the next 24 hours will be critical. Officials are following developments in a foreign ministry emergency situation room.
We have only praise for the American and allied forces for what they have done, for the good results, and we hope that each and every one will return home safely.
In East Jerusalem, Palestinian Arabs gathered at the U.S. consulate seeking refuge after rumors spread that they might be deported by the Israelis.
Everybody coming here are very afraid. They're coming here, they're afraid to be transferred to Jordan or to anywhere.
And in the West Bank and Gaza, a total curfew has been imposed to prevent violent demonstrations supporting Saddam Hussein.
Back on the Jewish state.
Was there a feeling that Israel definitely was going to be engaged in some way in the war?
We had to take his word as the gospel truth. He threatened, and we know in the past that he used those weapons against Iran, against the Kurds, and so therefore we could not take it lightly.
Would you have been reluctant to send them over Jordan?
No, we said from the beginning, this is not our quarrel. We would not like to be involved in it. If we are not going to be touched, we are not going to be involved at all.
The interesting thing, too, is that over recent weeks, with so much being spoken about this whole conflict in all parts of the world, all through the news media, we've heard so little from Israel. Why?
Because we would try to accommodate our friend, the United States, to keep a low profile. They had been able to accomplish a coalition of sort that was very difficult, and our involvement in that, or a high profile, which might jeopardize this coalition.
Could it have been
we kept a very low profile.
Could it have been also that Israel felt reassured that the United States was going to look after things for them?
We always said that we are responsible for our own security. Nobody is asked to take care of our own security. We understand the predicament the way the United States is in, and therefore we kept a low profile. But if we are going to be attacked, then it will be our prerogative, our right, self-defense, to react.
How much warning would the Israeli people have had today if Saddam had launched an attack?
As I understand from the media, that President Bush called Prime Minister Shamir.
No, but had Saddam launched an attack against the people of Israel, if he had sent these missiles, Mr. Ovnet, how much warning would the Israelis have
Well,
had?
the flight of the missile from point H2, H3 to Israel is 6 minutes. So that's the type of warning that you have. That's the kind of a margin you have in order to protect yourself.
And what kind of effect does a 6-minute warning have on a nation?
If I quote correctly the head of the Israeli Air Force, who said yesterday that within 30 minutes, our aircraft can be over point H and, H2 and H3 in about 50 minutes in Baghdad.